And again, what would you have done? If you heard that chariots are coming which are not as before, to stand still facing back as if for flight, but that the horses harnessed to the chariots are covered with mail, while the drivers stand in wooden towers and the parts of their body not defended by the towers are completely panoplied in breastplates and helmets, and that scythes of steel have been fitted to the axles, and that it is the intention to drive these into the ranks of the enemy. Xenophon, Cyropaedia.
These are the words of Cyrus the Great, king of Persia, to whom Xenophon ascribes the invention of the scythed chariot. Rather than have his best warriors fight from chariots, Cyrus reasoned that the vehicle itself could be a weapon, driven only by a charioteer. It had stronger wheels and a longer axle, which made it more stable, with the high turret-like box for the driver, who was completely protected with mail. On both sides of the wheels, moreover, he attached to the axle's steel sides about 2 cubits long, and beneath the axle other sides pointing down toward the ground. This was so arranged with the intention of hurling the chariots into the midst of the enemy. And thus Cyrus constructed them at the time, such even to this day are the chariots in use in the king's dominions. Greek mercenaries fighting for Cyrus the Younger did confront 150 scythed chariots at the Battle of Cunaxa in 401 BC, in a contest between Cyrus and his older brother Artaxerxes II for the throne. These had thin sides extending at an angle from the axle and also under the driver's seat turned toward the round, so as to cut through everything in their way. Although this is their first attested use, where scythed chariots were fielded by both sides, Nefiatkin postulates that they likely had been introduced by Artaxerxes I some 60 years earlier, to suppress a revolt by the Egyptians and their Athenian allies.